Hello and welcome to the Academy of Modern Martial Arts and our step-by-step Tai Chi instruction. Today we're going to be looking at movement number 5 of the 24 movement form, playing the lute or playing the pipa. We transition into playing the lute after the third brush knee twist step. Playing the lute or playing the pipa allows us to continue to focus on the rotation of our torso, the empty leg stepping, and the mobility or full range of motion and that full articulation in our wrists and in our ankle. This movement is another sliding step or half step forward, just like we did transitioning from Parting Wild Horse's main number 3 into Stork Cools Its Wings. This is the same type of thing, completing brush knee twist step and stepping up into playing the lute or playing the pipa. So let's start. Notice that same half step as we push our weight forward through the rear toe. And as we're pushing that weight forward, we're moving our hips forward, we're keeping our body upright. Again, resisting the urge to lean forward to take weight off the rear leg. Rather than lean forward, keep all this upright and really push through all the way through the big toe so the hips are located here. All of the weight is on that left leg. The empty right leg comes up behind us. We turn it to that 45, and as that heel comes down, we then shift our weight backward, unweighting that lead leg, picking up the heel first, and placing the heel down on the floor on that center line. So if we do it with hands, we're here from having brush knee and twist step. We continue forward. We draw the empty rear leg up. We pick up that lead leg, and we place the heel of the hands and the heel of the foot down on the center line. You'll notice that we lift from the bridge of the wrist or the top of that wrist and place those hands there. This small movement is actually a big part of what's happening in the form, from the heel, from the top of the wrist or the thumb side of the wrist up to the heel of the palm down. This happens simultaneously with placing the foot on the floor. So those are there. That lead hand, once again, is right about lip or mouth height. The rear hand is at elbow height. And again, we've just completed brush knee twist step number 3. We continue to slide forward and draw our right leg up. Pick up that lead leg as if we're a puppeteer and play the lute as we set the heel of the foot and the heel of the hands down on the center line. So if we just take a closer look at the footwork again, no hands, and we'll go back to hitting the easy button and placing our hands on our hips so that we're aware of what's happening with our pelvis. Again, we want to ensure that we're not dipping forward, but rather that we're activating our low abdomen by pulling that pelvis up. Those hands are there. We're going to slide up very simply, again, pushing through that rear leg, moving our weight forward. And in addition to just moving forward, if you'll recall, we're still twisting. So hands on our hips should show that we are continuing to twist towards our left as we come up. And we move the hips forward, unweighting that rear leg. We draw that rear leg up behind us, turn and set it down at a 45, and then we're going to shift our weight back. As we shift our weight back, we're going to come out of that front leg just like we did in Stork Cools Its Wings. However, this time we're going to pull that foot up, heel first, and then set the heel down, heel first. So to perform the whole thing together, looking toward the camera with a straight on view, we have stepped into brush knee and twist step. We're going to act as if this is the end of that movement, knowing full well that they continue to flow. From here, we begin the process of pushing with the rear leg while continuing to turn the hip. So we continue to turn the hip and we bring our weight over that lead leg. We're going to draw that leg up, bring the rear weight to the rear, pick up that front leg. Again, the top of the wrist, and then the bottom of the wrist and the foot meeting on that center line at the same time. From the third, we continue to slide our weight forward as we rotate to the left. We drop back onto that rear leg, pick up the lead, and place the heel of the hands and the heel of the foot on the center line. You'll notice that the lead hand, the left hand, is right about lip or nose height, and the right hand is right about elbow height. Both hands and the foot a line on the center line that would bisect your body relative to whomever you're standing or facing. Let's just look at the hands for a moment. From that push, we know that we did brush, knee, twist, step, and we have that splashing hand where the heel of the hands and everything sort of comes into that position. And then without breaking stride, we're going to continue forward and to the left. So that right hand continues forward as we slide up. The left hand comes up, and both hands are going to come up wrist first with the heel, and then the heel of the hands and the heel of the foot come down simultaneously on that center line. Just like our previous movements in the form, playing the lute has a stationary exercise that we can do in place to work the arm movements and the rotation of our core on both sides of the body, even though playing the lute only comes up with a left lead in the 24 movement form. So as before, we'll take our feet out to shoulder width, we'll soften our knees and activate the legs by bringing the knees out just a little bit so that there are more over our feet. Coming up to the pelvis, we pull up the front of the pelvis, we lift up out of that sternum and we drop our shoulders down, we raise the crown of the head, and we settle into place, allowing that spine to elongate and lengthen. So from here, we're just going to, again, focus on that rotation. How much rotation can you get while keeping the front of the abdomen picked up and keeping the spine aligned so that your shoulders move with your hip? Discover your range of motion. What we'll do is we'll turn to the right, and we'll use that turning to the right to swing the left arm up and out in front of us. And we'll, again, let it lead from the top of the wrist, both on the lead hand and the rear hand. The top of the wrist comes up, and then it's going to drop and settle on that center line. We'll rotate the palms upward. We'll let them fall away. We'll turn our torso to the left this time and swing that right arm up. Again, wrist, thumb side of the wrist up first, and then have them settle down on the center line. Relax, switch, flip those up, and settle in place. Relax, twist, bring that up, and settle in place. Really focusing on that movement throughout the wrist. And again, you can do this as many times as you like to work on getting more and more fluid. Thank you for joining us to take a closer look at playing the lute, movement number 5 of the 24 movement form. We hope that you found something valuable along the way, and we also hope that you enjoyed your time with us. Until next time, have a great day.